Hello, it's your boy Mr. CV. I'm back with another special video, and I'm gonna talk quickly about the game between Arsenal against Inter Milan. But also, I'm gonna give my player ratings. I said player ratings, starting lineup as well. So give a bit of history about the game as well. So when we talk about the game, Arsenal versus Real Madrid, remember nobody can ever tell you about. Nobody can ever forget those true Arsenal fans. They cannot forget Arsenal versus Real Madrid, or Real Madrid versus Arsenal. I'm not sure when it was played, whether it was home or away. But what I am sure is there was a certain guy called Thierry Henry. There was a certain guy called Thierry Henry who stood tall, who stood strong, and who stood gallant amongst men's of all men's. And he showed them who the king was. And trust me, that was a day. I was in year 6 at that time. I can remember that because Arsenal went to the Champions League final. And honestly, that should have been a final Arsenal should have won. But honestly, again, refereeing decisions. I don't know. I think these refereeing decisions has been costing Arsenal for years and years. But honestly, we can't use that as an excuse anyway. But honestly, one thing I can say is Henry stood tall when Arsenal really needed him in that game. And honestly, I hope these Arsenal players, I hope they're watching that game. They're seeing how if Henry can stay that tall, why can't they stay that tall as well? And honestly, it will be a fantastic game if these players, like I mentioned as well, these players, like, what do you call it? Wanyeri, like Saka, like Saliba. This is the game that players need to stand tall. This is the game that players need to show why they deserve to be playing for Arsenal. They deserve to be playing against the biggest team in the world. There's no point. Obviously, Arsenal, the league is done. I don't think anybody can contest that. Anybody can question that. But one thing I am sure is this is a time where Arsenal can really step up. This is a time where Arsenal can really show who they are, show their mettle, show their resilience, show their fight. And I also said yesterday as well, I remember when Arsenal was playing Barcelona, I think this was in 2008, 2009 Champions League, I'm not sure. But when Arsenal were playing Barcelona, it was a time where literally nobody gave Arsenal a chance. Not a single person. Even Arsenal fans didn't give Arsenal a chance. But I remember there was a certain Russian who stepped up to score the second goal. And his name was Andrei Arshavin. And apart from him scoring that goal, there was a certain player too called Jack Wilshere, which he will never be forgotten. Just that injuries really took him out really. But he will never be forgotten. And do you know why I won't be forgotten? Because he, against the best of the best midfielders, he stood tall, he stood strong, and he was the best at that time. And at the age of 19, he stood up against men and showed them that, listen, I might be a little boy, but I've got a man inside me. And honestly, fantastic player, fantastic career as well, even though the injuries didn't really help him too much. And without the injuries, honestly, he could have been one of the best midfielders in the world, to be honest with you. But things happen, and that's life, man. Talking about that anyway, I hope these Arsenal fans too, they can draw inspirations. With Arteta liking to show videos of the past of Arsenal, I hope he can show them this video of Barcelona games. For Arteta, if you're listening, I hope you can show Arteta video against Barcelona. And also, I hope you can show them the Henry versus Real Madrid as well. So let's go into the starting lineup for Arsenal. David Raya in goal, without a doubt. Centre back, Saliba and Kivior. And I said it yesterday as well, that I think Kivior, this is the game that will show whether you're ready or not. This is the game that people stand strong. And honestly, if he can have a fantastic game in this game and next game against Real Madrid, honestly, that will do him a world of good. That will do his confidence a world of good. So I will go with him. Right back, Timber. I think Timber needs to be solid defensively, brilliant as well. Left back, this is going to be a big occasion for Lewis Kelly. But if he can stand strong as well, stand tall, honestly, I'll go for him left back. And I'm sure, hopefully, he doesn't lose his cool. And because these Real Madrid players, they got some serious wingers. Vinicius on one side, Rodrigo in the middle, and Bellingham in the middle, another player in the right. I'm not sure who they play in the right. Probably Rodrigo, I'm not sure. In the midfield, you've got, to be honest with you, I think we can control the midfield more than Real Madrid does. In the midfield, you got Well, definitely. I think it's straight Partey, Odegaard, and Rice, definitely. And these midfielders, this is where they need to step up. Even players like Partey, who's played a lot of Champions League games, a lot of Champions League experience. So this is the time he needs to step up. You got Declan Rice as well. I think he's very similar to Bellingham. I think Bellingham just has more goals than him, but in terms of their energy, their output as well. And then you got Rice. I said you got Rice. You got Odegaard, who is a brilliant player, but not had a great season. But these are the games that can change the history of you as a player, as a club. So please, I want all these Arsenal players to step up and show some confidence. And then up front, who am I going for up front? I want to say Merino, but I would say, listen, go for Trossard up front. And I say go for Trossard up front because of what he did against Everton. And then on one side, I'll say start Saka because he's still one of our best players and he can cause threat any day, anytime. And then on top of it, but if Saka doesn't start, I want to say start Wanyeri because, like I said again, I remember Jack Wilshere against Barcelona, and I think with him being left-footed, Jack Wilshere being left-footed, I see a similar prototype there. That this is a game that he can step up, he can show his better, he can show some fight. And on the left, Martinelli, and I think Martinelli need to really step up this game, need to really show this is the game that define players, this is the game that define careers, this is the game that define clubs. So please, I want Arsenal players to give their all. I don't mind us losing. Of course, I want to win every game, but it's about how we lose. It's about showing fight. It's about showing battle, showing, listen, we got to go there with the mentality that we can win. I don't care whether we're playing against Real Madrid. If you're going there with the mentality that, oh, I'm going to lose them. No, 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 no. No, I don't want that mentality. We're going there with the mentality that, listen, we're going to fight. We're going to be strong. We're going to win. If Arsenal miraculously win this Champions League, no, no, no. Arteta, well, let's take it a game at a time. It's your boy, Mr. C. Have a fantastic day and take care.